Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about summer. The kids. When I was a kid and actually in school, I found the prospect of year-round school, which would have replaced the 3-month block of summer vacation between grades with a series of shorter breaks spaced throughout the year, to be absolutely hateful. Take away summer vacation? Oh, perish the thought. But now that I've had a few years to think about it, and coincidentally grown into an adult who generally finds that the further removed you are from the target demographic of the Disney Channel, the more likely I will be able to tolerate your company, I think it's a great idea. You know what else would be a good idea? Lengthening the school days, especially during the summer when the days are longer anyway. Just think how nice it would be to be able to go out and enjoy a lovely summer morning or afternoon or evening without the sidewalks and parks and restaurants being overrun by obnoxious free-roaming children. Now if I could just think of something to do with their parents. The lack of clothing. Maybe it's my upbringing, maybe it's my own sense of modesty and humility, which far surpasses that of the average person. But I just have a real problem with people walking around in public without clothes on. And I'm not talking about nudists here either. I'm just talking about like a dude walking around outside without a shirt on, or a girl wearing like a bikini top or something to the post office. It's the nice weather, I guess. It makes people feel empowered to leave the house without getting properly dressed first. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a everybody's fat and needs to cover that shit up thing. It's more of a what's so difficult about putting on a fucking shirt thing. Having clothes on before I leave the house, in my experience, is one of the social contract's most easily met conditions. Oh, but speaking of the nice summer weather giving people leave to be completely inconsiderate of others in public, what about the motorcycles? They're loud, it sucks to get stuck behind one, and as soon as the weather turns warm and sunny, they are everywhere. And people who ride motorcycles always do that stupid little salute whenever they see someone else on a motorcycle passing them coming the other way. That's a little weird, isn't it? Acknowledging a complete stranger with whom you have absolutely nothing in common except that you both happen to be traveling on the same type of vehicle at that particular moment. How about even get started? Like, what was going through the mind of the first guy to do that motorcycle salute? Was he driving on his motorcycle and he saw another guy on a motorcycle coming from the other direction and he thought, wow, there's someone else who decided that the best way to spend this beautiful day was driving around on his loud, obnoxious, two-wheeled noise pollution generator, fucking it up for other people. I just have to acknowledge this sense of kinship I feel with him right now. That was probably it. The visibility. Summer has the nicest weather, but also the worst atmospheric conditions for stargazing. If you want to spend a truly spectacular night gazing up at the universe through your telescope, you're going to have to wait until winter and then spend all night freezing your tits off. Thus proving that in the incredibly unlikely event that God exists, he either hates science or loves frozen tits, and is therefore an asshole either way. The parades. We Americans love parades, and we also love ruining things, which might help to explain why we schedule so many parades during the summer months. We're so determined to fuck up summer with parades that some towns will actually open the season with one on Memorial Day and close the season with one on Labor Day. And don't forget that Independence Day is somewhere in the middle there too. I want to say the first week of July. Anyway, parades are stupid and they suck. And especially in the summer when the weather is nice enough to be doing anything else. My favorite part of the parades that we have around here are when the baton twirlers march by, because there are so many of them that inevitably one or two of them will drop the baton and they'll have to chase after it as it bounces end over end across the asphalt before grabbing it and scurrying back into formation. Their failure never fails to brighten my day a little. Even so, how many times a year is it really worth blocking off Main Street for that shit? If you really want everybody to have a good summer, I say keep the kids in school and keep the roads open to cars but closed to motorcycles and parades. I'm Andy Rooney. The hardest part is only picking five. Catch you next time.